Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now on this snowy Tuesday. I'm Justin Gould. Here's what's happening. Jamestown's Director of Development says he's stepping down. Plus, residents are cleaning up after nearly a half a foot of snow fell overnight. But first, let's turn to Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, who's standing by with some video from our Storm Interceptor. And Dakota, it's pretty snowy out there.
Yes, it is, Jay. And of course, we took the Storm Interceptor out this morning, and this is kind of like an edited video of kind of where we were. This is coming on I-86, and the roads look clear there, but you can see the snow that was coming down, and of course, the snow accumulation that we had, of course, last night, and then early this morning. That was really the main time frame for a lot of the snow, and it really started coming down last night. But we did get some viewer pictures that came in. This is coming from Brandy in Mayville. You can see the snow accumulation on her deck and, of course, on her backyard. That's a nice-looking picture there. This is coming from Kelly in Jamestown, just a snowplow starting to come up her street there to salt the roads there. And this is probably my favorite picture about all the ones we've had. This little boy right here decided he wanted to help shovel. I love it, getting the kids involved. I absolutely love it. And of course, thank you to everybody who sent in pictures and video. We definitely do appreciate it. That's why we call you that's why we call you our weather eyes, because you're our window to the world. Right now, the widespread snow tapered off, but we're still dealing with this lake effect snow that's coming off Lake Erie. It's a stubborn band right now that is basically in the northern part of the county. It's starting to sag a little bit farther to the south, and we're going to be dealing with this throughout the day today. So just kind of get used to the snow falling once again today. Winter storm warning is over for Western New York. It continues for Erie and Crawford counties until 1 o'clock, but essentially it's basically done and over with. The Weather Service is just going to let this ride until 1 o'clock. So through the afternoon today, pockets of lake effect snow, probably about 1 to 4 inches of overall accumulation. Not terribly bad, but very cold. 19 on the highest hills, 26 lower elevations. We should be near 50 this time of the year. Yikes. Northwest wind, 12 to 20. We'll talk more about the snow, plus wind chills. We'll talk about it in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Alrighty, Dakota, thank you. And our top story, residents here in Jamestown spent the morning cleaning up following the first major snowstorm of the season, you see here. The National Weather Service says nearly 5 inches of snow fell in our immediate area overnight. Snowfall amounts were greater in northern Chautauqua County, where officials say almost a foot of snow came down. Forecasters say the story will now be record-breaking cold. An Arctic air mass that started in Siberia will slowly be trickling into the region today and tomorrow. Temperatures are expected to fall into the low teens overnight and stay in the mid to upper 20s midweek. Of course, Dakota will be back in just a bit with a full look at our forecast ahead. Other news that we're following, the City of Jamestown's Director of Development says he's retiring. Vince DeJoy says after nearly 12 years of service to the area, he'll be taking a job in the private sector. DeJoy, in a phone interview with us this morning, explained it's time for a change in the development office. He says he's most proud of his work redeveloping downtown Jamestown.
I was just glad to be part of it, and I just hope that it carries on, and the mission and the strategy that we've had will carry on to, that's just setting the table, making it nice, putting things in like a new hotel should be just the beginning.
Now, previously, DeJoy was a city councilman from 2008 to 2013. That's when he was named Director of Development. On Wednesday, DeJoy will start his new position as the store manager of Safe Light Auto Glass Repair that will be opening a new shop on Livingston Avenue. The city's principal planner will serve as the interim director of development until Mayor-elect Eddie Sundquist is sworn in January. Well, 39 dogs in Warren County, Pennsylvania have been rescued from a residence after numerous complaints about them living in horrible conditions. The Paws Along the River Humane Society shared us these pictures, and they say they've rescued the dogs over the weekend after receiving several complaints about the health and living conditions they were in. The staff says with help from a group of volunteers with 2 U-Haul trucks, they were able to rescue the pups. Now, according to the Humane Society, the dogs were found without proper shelter, in need of veterinarian care, and living in unsanitary conditions. The group says one puppy was taken to the vet for immediate treatment. Officials say charges have yet to be filed against the dog's owners, but investigators are expected to present their case to a judge soon. Now, in the meantime, all 39 dogs are at the shelter. The facility says they're already overloaded and are in need of help with the animals. If you're interested in helping, you can contact them on Facebook. And the future of Jamestown's arcade building will be discussed this week during a meeting at St. Luke's Episcopal Church. On Thursday, New York's Preservation League will hold a session providing details about a total of 7 historic sites the group is trying to save. Now, the site was previously added to the group's 7 to Save program. That aims to avert demolition, develop plans for use, secure landmark designations, and foster public awareness of historic properties. The meeting is set to take place at 6 p.m. at St. Luke's Episcopal Church here in downtown Jamestown. Now, if you remember, the arcade building caught fire in June 2017. An adjacent building was recently demolished after a city building inspector deemed that lot unsafe. Well, hopefully everybody is staying warm out there. Thanks so much for tuning in here on WNY News Now. Let's check in with the comments. Got to say hello to Wendy. She says, what is wrong with people in regards to the dogs being rescued? Absolutely. It seems too often that we're having stories like this come out in the news where the police or a lot of times local neighbors will find and report, and then groups like that, Humane Society, will come in and help. Obviously, yeah, the owners are innocent until proven guilty, but it just seems so tough to see the dogs in that condition. But hopefully now they will get help, and hopefully they will find a forever home come here soon. Hello to David. Hopefully you are doing well. He says it looks like Mr. Winter is here. Yeah, David, it was awfully cold this morning. Downtown Jamestown, lots of snow still falling all the way up really until just recently. And it looks like the snow is now back. We did have a little bit of sun come through our HD News Now cam. Got to say hello to Cindy. Got to say hello to Lori. She says not liking the cold news, and yeah, no, Lori, you're absolutely right. Today's a great day to just stay bundled up and stay inside. Hello to Don. Hopefully you're doing well. Good to see Justin. Samantha Scott is on the broadcast. Mike, good to see you. Pam and Rory, awesome to have you here. Hopefully you're all doing well. Hello to Jill and Samantha. She says it can't be Christmas without snow, and you're certainly right about that. In fact, coming up, it does look like Christmas outside, and we'll tell you about one local group who's already gearing up for the holiday. Can you believe it? But first, we hear about the new programs JCC may soon be offering. Mr. Hunter?
And the high yesterday was 36. We bottomed out at 21 degrees this morning. Look at this low for today, 17 degrees. That's the record low set back in 1961. No doubt in my mind we're going to bust this by tomorrow morning. We'll talk about it in full detail as WNY News Now continues in a minute. Don't go away.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
And happening now, SUNY JCC recently received a sizable grant to study the feasibility of starting new academic and workforce programs at the school. Now this week, the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation awarded the college $90,000 to conduct the study. The college says they're looking to offer courses focusing on agribusiness, culinary, hospitality management, robotics, automation, and clean energy. Now, JCC's president tells us the school is committed to serving the community and region by developing and offering programs that address current and anticipated workforce needs here locally. Well, Weight Watchers, now known as WW, is launching new food programs for the upcoming year. Now, Weight Watchers, the weight loss company, says they're unveiling 3 customized plans. They're all based on the company's Smart Points rating system for food and are designed to give participants more food options, hopefully resulting in less hunger. The new Purple Plan food list includes whole wheat, pasta, brown rice, and oatmeal. The Green Plan has a smaller list of 0-point foods, but has a larger point budget for adding in other options. Now, the Blue Plan includes more than 200 0-point foods, which includes fruits and vegetables. Well, sleep, it's an essential part of our lives, and our body's ability to recharge and repair itself depends on it. For those who struggle to get a good night's sleep, they could be at risk for some serious illnesses down the road, as Meredith Wood explains for us in today's Health Minute.
If you suffer from insomnia, you may be at risk for more than just being tired. According to a study published in the Journal of Neurology, adults who have insomnia may be more likely to have a stroke or heart attack. Researchers quizzed nearly 500,000 people in China on the symptoms of insomnia: trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, waking up early in the morning and not being able to fall back asleep, trouble staying focused because of a lack of sleep. 10 years later, researchers checked their cardiovascular health. Those that self-reported all 3 symptoms were found to be 22% more likely to have coronary artery disease and 10% more likely to have a stroke, compared to participants who didn't suffer from insomnia. Even those in the study who reported only suffering from one of the 3 insomnia symptoms were still more likely to suffer from cardiovascular disease. Doctors are uncertain as to the exact link, but stress getting enough rest is essential in the fight to stay healthy. For today's Health Minute, I'm Meredith Wood.
Alrighty, Meredith, thank you very much. Well, back here in Jamestown, a local car club wants the community to help them nominate a deserving after-school program for their holiday gift giveaway. The Las Contranates Car Club says they'll be giving away Christmas gifts to a special after-school program within the city. The group is asking the community to nominate a deserving program. Nominations can be sent to their Facebook page. A total of 30 gifts are expected to be given away. The group says they hope to put a smile on the face of children within their neighborhoods. Oh, that's pretty good. Certainly it feels like Christmas out there with all of this snow. Hopefully you all are having a good day. Kind of want that fire from that stock footage. I think that would be good to have in here. Hello to Wendy. She says she's flying south, well, next year, but it gives us something to look forward to. Hopefully, even if you become a snowbird, Wendy, you still tune into the broadcast because we love having you here. Hello to Debbie. Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks so much for tuning in to WNY News Now. Lori says that's very nice of them, and certainly they've been doing a lot in the local community. I know that they gave away some gifts earlier this year for back to school time at Falconer Park, and they say they really need people's help. So if you need more details, log on to WNYNewsNow.com right now and click on the related web story. Give them some ideas too for some after school programs here within the city, because certainly they want to pick one of them and make this part of an annual tradition they're trying to set up. Got to say hello to Jill. Thanks so much for tuning in. Rory, he says, winter sucks. What are you going to do about it? Hello to Thomas as well. Thanks so much for tuning in. And hello to Mark. Let us know what you think about these comments in the let us know what you think about these stories in the comments below. I said that backwards for some reason. Tom, he says, really appreciate the local news coverage. Thank you, Tom, for tuning in. We really appreciate you, and we couldn't do this without all of you. So let us know what you think, and like, share, subscribe to these Facebook videos, and articles. And make sure you download our mobile app too, WNY News Now, on the Apple App Store, Google Play Store. Subscribe to the push notifications, and you can always stay in the know when you're on the go. And be sure to click that subscribe button here on Facebook so you get the notifications. We're live every day right here at noon. Coming up next, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He's back in the saddle with a look at our weather forecast for the rest of the day. And yeah, it's Christmas out there. We'll tell you how one local village is getting ready to usher in the jolly good man himself. That and more when WNY News Now gets right back. Pronto Mart, not your average corner store. Located on the corner of Forest and Newland Avenues in Jamestown, Pronto Mart has everything you've been looking for. An amazing selection of hot foods, a large variety of premier headgear, and smoking accessories to fit any style. Pronto Mart, not your average corner store. Stop in and visit us today.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Not tomorrow, but right now on the WNY News Now mobile app. Follow local news as it happens.
Top story: a Forestville man's weather video has gone viral.
And stay informed with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network.
Our Matt Hummel is standing by live outside of Chautauqua County Court with more on this case. Matt, good afternoon to you.
Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
I've said it before, 24 hours in a day, weather never shuts off. How do we get more sleep? Explain to us that. First Defense Doppler on the live sweep. This is that stubborn band of lake effect that's coming straight off Lake Erie that's impacting basically the northern part of Chautauqua County. This is basically sagging to the southeast, and this is going to continue throughout the day today, and especially tonight with these pockets of lake effect. Zoom the radar out on the satellite radar composite. The storm system that we actually dealt with the widespread snow is now up here in New England, going up into Maine. Now we're dealing with the lake effect. You can see this, and I really love the satellite composite because you can really see the clouds coming straight off the Great Lakes, and you can also see the lake effect that's coming from our source region up by Lake Huron. So again, this is all just the lakes are hooked up in tandem, as of course the lake water is still relatively warm and we have that colder air crossing over it. How much snow did we pick up? Perrysburg, you're the winner in Cattaraugus County at 10 inches on the nose. Dunkirk 9.5, Fredonia 7.5, Northeast Pennsylvania 7.5, Silver Creek 6.2, officially at the Erie, PA Airport 5.5, and Jamestown at 4.5. So these totals were right in line with what we were expecting and where. Of course, you can see the highest hills had a lot of the snow, but Dunkirk actually had had more snow than we were expecting by a couple of inches. But for the most part, these totals were right in line with what we were expecting, and where the heaviest snow was going to be. A lot of that came from the widespread snow. Get ready for record breakers today. The record low maximum high temperature, that is the lowest observed high temperature on record, is 31 degrees set back in 1983. We're nowhere near that. That's going to be that's going to be busted today. The record low for tonight is 17, set back in 1961. Again, we're forecasting mid-teens, so we think that'll be busted. And the record low temp for tomorrow is 14, set back in 1986. I think that'll be safe, but we'll see on that as we go throughout the next 24 hours. Here's Future Scan, newest run of the in-house computer model. Picks up on that lake effect. You can see the winds coming straight off the lake, so that'll create that lake effect snow band. That'll continue throughout the night tonight. And again, when you get into these darker blues, that does start to indicate the heavier amounts of snowfall, but I think the lake effect will be limited in areas. That'll get out of here tomorrow, and then as we go tomorrow night going into Thursday, there'll be the chance for a few rain and snow showers throughout the day. Additional snowfall accumulations on top of what we already have, about 2 to 5 inches on the highest hills. Again, once you rise up into the hills, it squeezes the moisture out, so you tend to get, so of course you get to 10, the higher totals there. About 1 to 3 inches across the lower elevations, and then obviously once you work out farther to the east, the totals will start to dip off there because you won't see the lake effect as much. And this is the bigger story once we get past this. Wind chill numbers. Wind chill takes into effect the air temperature plus the wind speed, and single-digit wind chills tonight. This is just by about 1:30 tomorrow morning. Look at this. Wellsville, 3 below zero. Bradford, 1 below zero. Jamestown, 2. And Warren, maybe only 1 little lonely degree. Yikes. Get ready for this. All right, zone forecast. Weather where you are, eastern areas here. Temperatures. I expect this for January, not November. Come on, Jamestown, we can do better. Next 7 days of your life coming up. 25 degrees tomorrow, 35 Thursday, chance for those rain and snow showers throughout the day. Temperatures remain below average, but Saturday, Sunday, we see the sun coming back. And look at that low temperature Sunday night. First time in a while we'll see temperatures actually overnight above freezing, and a little better Sunday, 45. A little better still Monday, but not as much sunshine, we don't think, with temperatures into the mid to upper 40s. Sports is next. Don't go away.
When you're on the go, stay in the know by downloading the WNY News Now mobile app. Stay up to date on local news, weather, and sports that matter to you. Plus, subscribe to breaking news and weather alerts from the team that puts coverage first. In addition, watch news as it happens with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network. Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Tuesday, sports fans, and welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. This afternoon at 1 o'clock, the JCC Jayhawks women's volleyball team will be taking on the Fashion Institute of Technology in the regional championships in Rochester, Minnesota. We're having a bit of technical difficulties here. We've got a problem with the prompter. The Jayhawks are coming off of a win in the Region 3 championship against SUNY Broome Community College in a 3-set sweep last Sunday. JCC is also currently on a 4-game winning streak. Earlier this morning, 2 Rebels players, Eric Olson and Tyler German, received honorable mentions for the NAHL's East Division Stars of the Week. In their 3-game series against the Johnstown Tomahawks, Olsen finished with 2 goals, both in the final game of the series on Saturday. Meanwhile, German finished the series with 1 goal and a pair of assists. The Rebels will be back in action at home on Friday night at 7:05 for their first game of a 2-game series against the Northeast Generals. Tonight, with a 9 o'clock tip-off, the 4-5 Brooklyn Nets will be on the road against the 7-3 Utah Jazz. Brooklyn is coming off of a loss in their last game last Sunday, a 138-112 loss against the Phoenix Suns. Kyrie Irving is currently leading the Nets in scoring, averaging a flat for 30 points. Meanwhile, with Donovan Mitchell averaging nearly 25 points, Utah is on a 3-game winning streak, their most recent game being on Monday night, a 122-108 victory against the Golden State Warriors. The game will be televised on the Yes Network. That's it for sports today. Justin and Dakota, back to you.
Alrighty, Norm. Thank you very much. Well, the annual Falconer Santa Parade is set to take place next week. Officials say the parade will kick off at 1 p.m. on Saturday, November 23rd. Starting on Dow Street, the parade will proceed along West Main Street to South Work Street, Davis Street, and ending at Santa's house in Colson Park. Now, Santa and Mrs. Claus will be available to meet with children immediately following the parade. While waiting for Santa, they will be able to visit various animals at a nearby petting zoo. Parade participants are asked to form along Dow Street beginning at 12:30 p.m. Any such person, church, community, or school or civic group interested in partaking in the parade should contact the Falconer Rotary Club at 450-3032, or they could call the Falconer's clerk's office at 665-4400. We have those numbers and much more posted on WNYNewsNow.com right now. And Dakota, the Falconer Fire Department's auxiliary annual Halloween Bazaar Craft Show will also holiday. Yes, I said Halloween, but it's holiday. Will also take place at the Falconer Fire Hall from 10 to 4. Free refreshments will be provided.
I think it's the heat in here. We've mentioned before, and I kind of say it internally, about how there's no in-between in our office. It's either freezing cold, as it was yesterday, or it's hotter than Hades, which it is today. And there's no in-between.
You know what's funny is yesterday we complained about it being cold.
Yeah, and now we're complaining about it being too warm.
Yeah, so we should just shut up. I mean, seriously. At this point, I'll take 60 degrees. I mean, it's nice in here, but in this, it's kind of warm. So I don't know. Some days I just want to crawl under the news desk and curl up. I don't know about you.
I get it.
Brady says that was her house in the background that we just showed on the weather.
Yes.
We thank everybody for sending in their weather pics because it really, really helps. Whether it's weather or whether it's news, we really appreciate you sending it to us. You can do it on Facebook really, really easily. Samantha says, tongue-tied day today. Oh, yeah. Lori says, Dakota, I do nothing but complain if it's too hot or too cold. So
I'm with you. Yep.
We're in the same boat with you. I guess it's not too bad there. Gotta say hello to Joanna. Hopefully you're doing well. She says she has 2 new windows to put in.
Ooh.
Guess they will be waiting. Saying hello to Don, who I know is one of our Falconer viewers. You're probably getting ready for that parade and lots of excitement. Wendy says it looks like sun's finally shining there, so that's good. Hopefully we'll see a little bit more of that throughout the day. But yeah, Dakota, it seems like now that the snow is falling, everyone's ready for Christmas.
Yeah.
This morning, it's really interesting.
One of the radio stations in Buffalo already started Christmas music.
Star 102.5.
Yep. I think they started it right after Halloween.
And I was listening to it. I don't know why, but
my dad listens to it a lot.
It was
Which
good.
I'm not complaining because Christmas music is great all year long. It's the same way with Christmas movies. There's nothing wrong with watching, Jingle All the Way or Home Alone or Christmas Vacation all year long. Those are good movies.
Exactly. So it's really cool and really fun. More cool and fun things. The weather. I think a lot of people are interested in this week's forecast, and really, it's going to be kind of chilly out there.
Yeah, it is. And I mentioned this the past couple of days that if you think it's rare to have a lot of snow in November, we've had a lot of snow in November over the past years since records started being kept back in the 1800s. But record low maximum highs today, definitely possible. Record lows definitely possible tonight. Nowhere, not one of those days on that 7-day you would think of as a November day. Not one of them.
All right, yeah, totally agree there. And it's cold and it's snowy. So what are you going to do? You're going to enjoy it yourself, no matter what. Just try to enjoy it either way. Thank you, Dakota.
You're welcome. Pretty soon the ski conditions graphic will be coming out.
I know, right? We'll be taking those cameras. Tommy says, literally everyone watching WNY News Now, not the heroes we deserve, but the heroes we need. Oh, well, you're too kind. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're just adding to our egos.
Yeah, we don't need that. And don't forget, as well, local car club you see there in Jamestown that we ran this story earlier. They need your help nominating an after-school program that is that's very deserving of some good donations they're sending their way. So make sure that you do that. Wendy says, heat wave coming?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, those 30s.
Well, I mean,
30s.
When you get by Sunday and Monday and next week we'll be into the 40s, that'll feel like a heat wave compared to what's coming today. So
we'll be playing that heat wave song. We could go up on the roof and cook some sausages. So we did that once before, remember?
Remember we cooked an egg up on the roof of the building once?
We got in trouble.
We tried that when it was so hot.
Yeah. We leave you with this. 394 East. We normally show you the Chautauqua Lake camera from here, but we can't because it's covered in snow. If you're getting out, maybe doing some shopping.
Isn't that Norm's job to go up there and clean those things?
Right. If you're getting out there this afternoon, road conditions look good now, not earlier. And that'll do it for us today. News continues 24/7. WNYNewsNow.com. That's the place to be. And download our mobile app too. Just search WNY News Now on the Apple App Store, Google Play Store. It's free. We're back tomorrow. We'll see you then.